Nick and I are here today to say Happy Christmas because it's only a month to go until Christmas and it's cold outside. What are we going to do today? We're going to make our Christmas cards because we know that we need to make lots and lots of Christmas cards. Christmas cards are falling out a little bit, but for us crafters, they're not. We need to make Christmas cards. They need to be homemade. They need to show the love, don't they? Okay, so we are going to make this beautiful little Christmas tree card today, which has a lovely little 3D element to it. The exact same thing can also be used to make a little hanging decoration. If Christmas cards are not your thing, are Christmas cards your thing, Nick? Okay, maybe preferring the decoration there. And we can also make a freestanding version. So all of those are going to be made in the same way. So what we're going to need? We're going to need some paper of some sort, and we're going to need to cut that up. So you may have some paper like this, and I decided to go with the ombre one today rather than using green, but it's up to you. You're going to need your scissors. Now we are going to do some measuring today, so we're going to need our ruler. Wrapping paper makes a really good one. This one, it was last year's wrapping paper, which you will remember I told you to keep. So we're going to need a needle and thread if we're making a standing one, a little stick if we're making this one, hanging one I mean, or a card base if we're going to put it on that one. But either way, what we need are some squares of paper. And our squares of paper are going to go incrementally up in size. So we're going to make a 6 centimetre square and a 5 centimetre square. I hope 6 was the right way up then. And a 4 centimetre square and a 3 centimetre square. And that will do one that will fit on a standard sized card. I decided that it was good to have one more when I did the hanging one. So I did a 7 centimetre as well. But the point is, as long as they're going up. Now 3 is pretty small and I think that's the smallest. So you're going to go 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 and then you make it as big as you want to have it. Okay, so as long as you're starting with 3, you could try smaller if you like, but that's pretty small. And then we're going to go 3, 4, 5, 6 and that would be enough for our card. Okay, so we're going to do that like that. Now I'm just going to demonstrate with a larger one actually, just so that you can see it. So I have got those ones and that's the right kind of size for this. I'll just move that slightly out so that you can see now. And we're going to pick up our square. And we're going to do 2 folds first of all. And those 2 folds are folding it in half and in half again like this. So first of all we're going to go in half like that. And we're going to make ourselves a really good fold, as of course we know. And then we're going to do it again the other way so that we have folded the piece of paper into quarters. The centre part of this is what's going to take all the stress. So here where you're folding, just make sure that is a really good fold, that you've really gone into there. So we've got our open ends there and just make sure you've really pushed down hard in that one. When you've done that, I want you to open it back up again. I've got paper with one side coloured and one side white. Don't worry about that yet. We'll do that in just a moment. When we've done that, we're going to do our next 2 folds, which is the other 2 halves, the diagonal one. You'll be familiar with this fold from lots of things that we've done. So we're just going to turn that round a little bit and go corner to corner, this time making a triangle, and make ourselves a really good fold. And then we're going to fold this point to this point and make ourselves a really good fold again, right into that centre point. Okay, and now when we open it up, we're going to have folds that way and folds that way. Okay, so we had number 1 and then number 2. I've only drawn on those so that you can see it. You don't need to, you just need to look at your fold. So open it up. Now you want to be looking at the good side, so the side with the pattern on it now. Okay, it doesn't really matter what you did on that side, but we need to now be looking, so we want the white on the inside. Now when you're looking down at it, you are going to see a triangle. I'm just going to get my felt tip pen to show you what I mean. You're going to be looking at a triangle there and there, of course, and that's what we want to be able to see. So you need to now fold in the sides so that it forms a triangle. So you need to kind of mess about with that until you're looking at a triangle like that. What you don't want to be doing is looking at a square. If you fold the wrong two sides in, it's a bit difficult to fold it wrong when I just folded it right. I'm going to do it with the other one. No, not because I haven't folded that one properly there. What you don't want to be doing, and we have done this when we did the tea bag folding, which is why I think you might do it, that is wrong. If you look at that, you're thinking, no, because that's actually still a square, isn't it? That's a square or a diamond. You need to be looking at it like a triangle. So it's these ones that are folding inwards, the long ways one that goes across like that. So when you fold that in with just a bit of messing about, you will end up still looking at a triangle. I'm just going to do that so you can see what it would look like from that side and from that side. And that is what we've got. And then we need to do that with all of our squares. Okay, so we're going to go cross like that, cross the two sides, fold it into a triangle, and then we've got the same on each one. So for my one that's going on here, I'm going to do 4 of them going up like that. And then basically you're just going to stick it down. You can stick it from the top or the bottom. Remember, when you're using this kind of glue, it's got a little bit of give in it. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to put some glue on the back, and I found it easier to start from the bottom. And then I'm going to do my next one. But when I do the next one, I want to tuck it inside so that it's building up. I don't want it sitting like that on top. I want to tuck it in. So I'm just going to pull up that one because that glue gives me that little bit of give, and I can go like that. You might want to check that you haven't got any white showing along the bottom of the fold, and if you do, just snip it off. That's all that matters. Just make sure that they're nice and neat like that. We're making trees, so you know it doesn't matter if they're not exactly perfectly straight, because what tree is perfectly straight along the bottom? But we don't want to be seeing those little bits like that. So we're just going to tuck each one on top of the other one, and it gives you this lovely 3D effect. The glue's dried on the other one, so I'm just going to move that one across to show you. So you've got that lovely 3D effect. What you do around the background is up to you. Get your felt tip pens out, have a look at some of the advent pictures that are coming and draw them around, or give yourself a lovely little star. It would be very nice to have 3 of these in different sizes, because of course you could just make them smaller or bigger with different ones. You don't have to add a trunk. You can have a stylized kind of tree like this one, or you can add a trunk with a little bit of the paper that was left over from something if you want to. You can put down a little base by drawing on it if you wanted a little hill. If you want to make this one where you are, where are we going now, Nick? Oh, nowhere. Okay, if you're going to make this one where you're hanging up, I just had the 7 centimetres, so it was exactly the same, just with one bigger one on there. Not sure that that's exactly the best place to sit, dearest. Okay, we might just go down and have a little word with the director there as we do that, because I need to just show you, if you try and put this up through the middle of it with a needle and thread, which is all that I've got there, a needle and thread, it's just going to rip all the way through. So I'm going to pull out the bottom so you can see what I've done. What I've done is add a bead. Find yourself a bead that you can go through. Sorry, I didn't mean to look over the top of my glasses there. That will go all the way through, and that bead will just stop it from pulling through. So at that end I've got the bead and it just stops, and I've slowly threaded them all on and then added a little star on the top, and it's up to you how far those ones go down. So the needle just came up through it. We just need to fluff them up a little bit. Remember, you're not using any glue on this bit at this point, so you can just stick through like that and then rearrange them with your fingers. If you want to make a slightly more freestanding one, you need to get one of these kebab sticks. Now I've cut it down because it's huge. Remember, you can just cut it with the scissors. You just need to put some effort in. I naturally wear glasses anyway. Protect your eyes when you're doing it by doing it away or getting something on or wearing glasses like I do. And then we're just going to assemble it by building it up. I actually made the first hole with a needle first, just to neaten it up when it was going like that. Just because I felt that that would make it a little bit easier. So then you're just gonna put them on, carefully going through that central thing, and then just rearranging them as to how many you want, where you want them to be. These stand in old cotton reels really nicely, if that's going to make it. So like this kind of thing, if you've got a cotton reel, it makes a nice stand for it. Or it's up to you what you could do that in. Okay, putting them anywhere. You could even put a loop using your glue gun on the top of that if you want a stick. You could make a tiny one with a cocktail stick as well, which would do the same thing. Okay, so you can spend the rest of the day now making a load of Christmas cards, can't you? Okay, it's always good to have handmade Christmas cards. If you want to personalise them with some calligraphy, have a little look back at some of the other videos and that will show you how to do it. Nice fun time for a cold day, and I'll see you soon. Bye.